Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's video. Today we're going to talk about some mindset shifting. If you tuned in last week, you heard me visit with my friend Trish, who is a very vocal advocate against diet culture, which I really resonate with, and maybe if you watched that, you resonated with it as well. Most of the women and some men that I work with have been caught up in this idea that they're only valuable, they only will be valuable and happy as humans once they are a certain size. And that's just not true. And I loved what Trish said last week about how one of the main things that keeps her grounded in a health mindset as opposed to a dieting mindset is to hold tight to her true value and her true worth, which has nothing to do really with the body that we're in. It also has nothing to do with the things that we do in life. Like, we as human beings, as living creatures on this planet, we have intrinsic value. Now, this got me thinking and made me want to share something with you today about a tool that I often help my clients use to just kind of rewire some mental programming. You may have heard of them being called as limiting beliefs. Really, we have thought and feeling patterns that are habits in and of themselves and that feed other unhealthy habits on the outside, right? So I'll give you lots of examples, but if you've ever had that moment where you've recognized that, oh, I've always thought this or believed this to be true, and you connect the dot to, wow, by me believing this, it's actually holding me back from being successful or making progress in my health journey. You are the people I want to talk to today, okay? So if that resonates with you, please stick around. If this is your first time seeing these videos, welcome. My name's Danielle. I'm a national board certified health and wellness coach, and I'm a plant-based nutrition educator. So I do these videos every single week on my YouTube channel and our free Facebook group called Healthy Living with Danielle Dinkelman. If you haven't subscribed on YouTube or come and joined us inside of the Facebook group, we would love to have you there. We have lots more for you to enjoy there. If you are looking for ways to make sustainable long game strategy changes to your lifestyle to enjoy better health. That's what we're all about. So welcome, so glad you found us. All right, so let's dive in. I struggled with this a little bit because I could honestly go on and on and on about this, because the tool that I'm going to share with you today and this strategy that I hope that you will steal, I hope you will take this and run with it. I have used a lot personally, and I have also shared it with clients over the years, and they have used it with great success as well. Quick disclaimer. As a health and wellness coach, I am not a mental health expert. As a health and wellness coach, I do not help my clients necessarily look back at their past and try to unpack the reasons why things are or are not working currently for them. Health and wellness coaching is very forward-looking, so I'll just start with that disclaimer. However, you know, if you've hung out with me for a while, you know that I have a very holistic approach to health and wellness coaching, and so I'm always supporting my clients in exploring tools that are going to help them reprogram some things so they can move forward. Now, I'm going to share with you a very simple tool that you can use to reset some mindsets, to overcome some limiting beliefs, and to start taking those steps forward. However, I want you to know that I am a big fan of therapy. I love going to a therapist. I love counseling. Psychology fascinates me, and I've been in a counselor situation before, and it has helped me immensely, and I really don't think I would be the person that I am right now and at the level of mental and physical health that I am right now if I hadn't had those experiences. So I highly encourage you to seek that out. There are some great online resources, especially these days as some places are still closed physically because of quarantine and whatnot. So I'm going to have lots of resources down below, not only for you to go and look into finding a counselor that you could meet with online, But there's also a lot of resources. Yes, the good old self-help industry. There are a number of books that I will reference in this video description, so be sure to drop down there and see what is there. Because if you're more of a do-it-yourselfer, there's some really powerful books and messages there that could help you. Because I really think we do need to look at the whole picture, right? Our healthy habits don't form and they don't change in a vacuum. Our mental health and the way we think and feel about things is definitely a big factor. So there's my quick disclaimers. There's a little bit of my soapbox. Let's dive in. So my favorite tool for resetting limiting beliefs and changing or creating new mindsets is based in something called EFT, or Emotional Freedom Technique, or tapping. You may have seen it. Now, I did a video on this right at the beginning of COVID-19 in March of this year, and I shared it with you as a tool for stress management and controlling and releasing anxiety, I should say. And you can most definitely use that tool for this. So I'm going to be teaching you pretty much a similar tool, but for a different reason. And it goes back to what Trish said, that if we can latch on to our own intrinsic value and let go of waiting to be happy with ourselves, we are going to make so much more progress in our health and wellness journey. I've seen it over and over again with myself, with friends, with family, and with clients. So here's the tool. So basically we're going to tap through multiple points on our body, and this corresponds with something called acupressure. These are known as the meridians. Sorry, I skipped one. Here we go. Multitasking. But there have been some instances where they have done brain scans of people as they tap through these energetic points, that it can actually calm the amygdala, calm that fight or flight stress response in our brain. This last point is just on your side, right there. And then you end on top of your head. So I lost count. I don't even know how many points there are, but you always start here initially, but then if you cycle through again, you skip that one and just go straight to the eyebrows. Anyway, so the reason I want to share this tool with you is this tool was made famous by a psychologist named, Gary Craig is his name. And he combined kind of that talk therapy, you know, spilling your guts, getting the right questions asked and answered, with this acupressure, okay? I forgot where I left off. I think I was here. And so the phrase that he has made famous and that is very, very common when you use tapping is this phrase right here. It is, I'm going to start over here now. I deeply love, forgive, and accept myself. Isn't that a beautiful sentiment? I love it. I love it. And if you feel weird, I don't care. Like, if you think that this is something that could help you, please just try it. I know it's kind of hokey and maybe a little woo-woo, but like I said, this is something that I have used and friends and family and clients have used. So here we go. When you start, you want to say that 3 times, okay? And then you can use this tool in a multiplicity of ways, but for just today, I just want to give you this nugget to just play around with that phrase and to look even in your own eyes in the mirror. I deeply love, forgive, and accept myself. I deeply love, forgive, and accept myself, and so on. I will link some other videos that you can learn the exact points here, but here I've done them several times. You can kind of see what they are. And honestly, this is not about perfection. This is just a fun little tool to be mindful and aware and intentional of saying, I am going to work on establishing my own self-worth, because that really is where it starts when we want to turn our health around, right? Okay, so I'm going to finish these points and then we're going to wrap up. I hope this was helpful. I hope it's not weird. I love it. I use this all the time. And then we end here. Give it all away, okay? It's a fun little tool. Again, I'll put lots of resources down below. You can heal. You can change. You can reprogram those thought and feeling patterns that you may or may not be aware that are holding you back. Okay? I encourage you to look into this if you know certain things. I want to give you a few examples of some limiting beliefs that that I see pretty common in the health and wellness space. Waiting to be happy, waiting to be lovable, waiting to be beautiful or attractive, worthy, respected, waiting to be noticed, waiting to feel important until I've lost the weight. Okay, does that resonate with you? If so, we can use this tool, okay? Now, you can just play with that phrase, I deeply love, forgive, and accept myself. Okay, that's kind of the new programming we want to encode, right? But if you feel like you first want to let go of the old stuff, and if you know what the old stuff is, like if for you, say it was really, the word that really stuck out to you is, I'm not worthy until I'm thin. If that really, whatever it was that really resonated with you, pick that, and you can tap through these points and you can say, this is the way I feel. I feel like I'm not worthy until I'm at a healthy weight. I feel like people won't pay attention to me. I feel like I just get overlooked. And I feel like people make a lot of judgments. And I feel like I'm not lovable or respectable until I can show up in a thinner body. You can talk through that just like you would talk to a counselor while tapping through these points, okay? And then sometimes you'll start to feel it shift a little bit, and to feel like, okay, maybe now I've acknowledged the thing as it is now, as it feels true now. And then we can start opening ourselves up to the possibility that maybe I can let go of thinking that way. Maybe I can reframe this belief. Maybe I could be lovable. Maybe I am lovable. Even in the state that I am now. Maybe I'm lovable no matter what the size of my body. I know my parents love me. I don't think they love me less because of my body and where I'm at right now. Do you see what I'm saying? We can kind of like talk ourselves through this, and then eventually we want to get to the point that we are encoding that new belief. Like right now, today, I choose to begin to believe that I'm lovable and that I have intrinsic value no matter what state of health I'm in. I'm okay with me. I want to be okay with me right now as I am. And I believe that as I work on that self-acceptance, that this journey will become easier. And I'm excited to feel lovable right now. Okay? All right. So I hope that's helpful. I guess I'll just end by saying this is something I feel really strongly about, that we can really get stuck in the mire if we just focus 100% on perfecting our diet or going all in with our exercise. And if we don't pay attention to those limiting beliefs that are underneath the whole surface, it's like this iceberg, right? And you're looking at the top of that iceberg saying, oh, all I need to do is eat better and exercise. And yet you've got this mountain of ice under the surface that is programming things and running the show that you are maybe not even conscious of. That's, to me, that's the reality, and it's worth paying attention to. So, like I said, there's lots of resources. There's do-it-yourself self-help books. You could just take this tool and run with it. You can seek out a counselor. I love working with health and wellness coaching clients that are also seeing a therapist. Can I just say that? I think it's a magic combination, because with me, you get to focus on the here and the now and the moving forward and the mechanics of changing habits. And with the counselor, or even with a really great book that helps you reframe some limiting beliefs that I'll share with you, that can be so powerful to combine those things, because we're taking care of both sides of that iceberg. Okay? All right. I hope this resonates. I hope this is helpful. I figure if this was too woo-woo for you, you probably turned it off 12 minutes ago, so it's all good. Take it or leave it, but if it resonates, I hope that you'll give this a try. And feel free to reach out to me. You can find me on my website, danielledinkelman.com. Reach out to me there. Or come and find me on Instagram or Facebook. I would love to chat and see what your thoughts are on this. So let me know if you think that limiting beliefs are a thing, and how have you noticed that they have shaped your health journey. I would love to hear. So until then, take care, and we'll see you next week.